we ever see when a YouTuber jumps in a ring with a professional fighter. Because I think that Jake could get hurt badly, that it could stop all these influencers getting in the ring again and trying boxing.
I mean, Anthony Joshua's fucking
Here's the
terrifying.
thing that nightmares are made of.
And he's got that one punch nuclear power. One punch. And he's fast.
Amir Khan drops a bombshell about why AJ versus Jake Paul isn't just another fight. It's a potential game ender for influencer boxing. The clash looms. World champion versus YouTube sensation. Joshua's the favorite, but Jake Paul, he's embracing the underdog role, claiming years of grinding have prepared him for this exact moment.
Yeah, you know, that's to be, assumed, right? This is
like,
an
yeah,
Olympic
pretty much
gold
expected,
medalist over
right.
here, two-time heavyweight champion of the world. But I've been an underdog my whole life, man. I've had to fight for everything that I've gotten, earned my position all the time, and I've honestly had some of my best performances coming in as an underdog, and I don't really look at the betting lines and all, who's this favorite, who's that, because to me, none of that matters. I know what I'm capable of and the work that I've put in.
While Paul plays the underdog card, AJ takes a different approach. He's viewing this fight as fuel, something that's elevated his entire training camp. Joshua admits this matchup has forced him to evolve, pushing his preparation to heights he hasn't reached before.
I'm blessed. I feel happy that this task was put upon me, because I wouldn't have pushed myself to get to a certain weight. I would have just been doing what I do usually.
Right.
And I feel really good, so I think it was a blessing in disguise.
Paul fires back with tactical talk, questioning AJ's game plan and weight adjustments. For Jake, it's simple. Technique beats size. He's betting everything on skill over raw power.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with the decision or on his behalf, like he's taking away his best thing against me, which is his power. And we've seen him when he's a little bit lighter and there's just not as much thump on the punches, and I think that's probably the best thing he could have had, is that extra oomph in those punches. But it's his game plan, whatever he wants. But to me, the weight doesn't matter. The weight's not going to make a difference. It's going to be the skills that win this fight, and I believe my skills are better than his, which is a crazy thing to say, but he's a very basic fighter, and he's gotten to where he's at because of the size and because of the power. So the skills are what's going to win this fight, and he's seen that with Usyk when he fought him. And so
Joshua doesn't bite. His response? Ice-cold confidence. No debates, no explanations. Just a promise to impose his will from round one. AJ knows what everyone expects, and he's ready to deliver.
If I'm going to answer short, straight to the point, 100% I agree with what the people are saying. I have to go in there, stomp all over him, inflict pain, and land that right hand that he says is my only weapon.
Center Amir Khan with the reality check. He's not here to hype, he's here to warn. Khan explains why this fight could be the end of influencers stepping up to elite-level pros.
I mean, when I saw that, and I didn't believe it first, but then I saw the face-to-face, head-to-head, and I saw Jake looking up in the sky. I'm like, wow, like this is really happening, and I think this could be the end, one of the last fights we ever see when a YouTuber jumps in a ring with a professional fighter, because I think that Jake could get hurt badly, that it could stop all these influencers getting in the ring again and trying boxing. Because the thing is, it's only going to take that one. And I think someone like AJ, who can bang and hit hard and has the power, has everything, he's former world champion, he can definitely hurt. And look, boxing is a sport where you can be killed in. Imagine that right hand he throws and catches him clean. The damage he's going to do. Like, yeah, I mean, look, everyone has ambitions.
Khan breaks down the brutal truth. Smaller gloves, heavyweight power, zero room for error. Jake's never experienced anything close to AJ's punching force. This isn't exhibition boxing, this is survival.
With smaller gloves. Now, is Jake Paul used to be hit with small gloves? No, he's not. So it's going to be a big shock for him. I mean, Ngannou could bang and take punishment and give punishment back and had the size, whereas Jake doesn't have nowhere near the size or the intake of punches that he's never taken punches like that in his life as well.
But here's the twist. Khan reveals how money makes these dangerous fights happen anyway. Big commissions, massive paydays. When enough cash is on the table, the risks get approved.
I mean, sometimes commission is who pays the most money, If they pay good money and it keeps their mouth shut, they're gonna say go ahead with it. I mean, that's life. money talks, and anything can get made. Money can buy anything, honestly, and it's the world we live in now. That where they pay for a couple of million to them and say, oh, we'll keep our mouth shut, thank you very much, let the fight go on.
Joe Rogan weighs in on AJ's freakish abilities, speed that shouldn't exist at heavyweight combined with knockout power. Rogan compares Joshua to elite athletes across sports, warning that Jake needs more than courage to survive this.
I mean, Anthony Joshua is fucking
He is the
terrifying.
thing that nightmares are made of.
And he's got that one-punch nuclear power. One punch. And he's fast. It's an like, there's certain guys that, like, in kickboxing couldn't translate over to MMA because they didn't have the kind of speed. Like Peter Aerts is a good example. He was a world-class kickboxer, one of the best of all time, but didn't have the style that would allow him to But then there was Mirko Krokop. Mirko Krokop, who was violently explosive, would perfectly transition to MMA because you got to be able to hit people quick. It was like a big part of it is speed. Anthony Joshua has that kind of speed. That it's the kind of
With
thing
252 pounds.
if you don't
behind him.
have the skill to get away from that kind of power.
Anderson Silva shifts the narrative. He gives Paul credit, real credit. Silva points out that Jake's fought legitimate opponents and earned his spot. The doubters have gone quiet, and stepping in with AJ proves Paul's serious about boxing.
When you go inside the ring, everybody have a chance, you know? And I respect Jake a lot because Jake proved for every single person how he's ready for fight. He's a real fight. And if people start talking with Jake a lot of bad things because, oh, Jake do this and that, Jake never fight with the real fight. So now these people can say nothing because Jake fight with the big and giant and amazing fighter, an amazing boxer. And what is the people go say now? So, oh, because, of course.
Silva doubles down. Paul's earned respect through action. Fighting world-class boxers shows commitment to the craft. Critics can talk, but Jake keeps showing up against the best.
But Jake come inside the ring and fight with the best fight in boxing. So what are you talking about with Jake? You know, and I think nobody can talk about Jake, you know. If Jake doing your own job and respect your opponents and doing the best job. And I respect Jake a lot.
Nick Pete refocuses on British boxing's biggest story. AJ versus Fury remains the fight everyone wants. New contenders are emerging, maybe even better, but history makes Joshua Fury the defining matchup of this generation.
Does anybody want to see Anthony Joshua do anything else in proper boxing than stand in front of Tyson Fury? Likewise, does any boxing fan in the UK want to see anything other than Tyson Fury facing off against Anthony Joshua? The emotion's still there, the attachment's still there, the legacy of being the best British heavyweight of this era is still kind of attached to that fight, even though the new era is upon us, by the way. The new era is now overtaking the previous era. There's fighters now in the UK who are better than Fury and are better than AJ and are on their upwards trajectory. But regardless, that's still the biggest fight of this era. But even if it happens, it won't happen. You almost got me then. I almost said...
Pete drops another truth bomb. Outside Britain, nobody cares about AJ versus Fury unless Joshua proves himself on the global stage. Without international star power, it's just another regional fight.
Does anybody outside of the UK give a flying shit about Fury versus AJ in 2026? I would say no. No. The only thing that might change things is if Anthony Joshua gets himself a profile this coming weekend in the way he should get himself a profile. Maybe then Americans might go, oh, okay, I'll remember back when Tyson Fury had that incredible trilogy with Deontay Wilder. Now I'm familiar with who AJ is because my only memory of AJ was getting battered by a little fat pudding Andy Ruiz. Now he's the guy that's just decapitated Jake Paul. Oh, go on then, yeah. What is that, like a golden oldies matchup?
AJ versus Jake Paul is a litmus test. Can influencer boxing survive at the highest level? Experts agree. Paul's brave, but facing an elite heavyweight is different. This fight could prove that some lines shouldn't be crossed. Can Jake shock the world, or will this expose influencer boxing's ceiling? Drop your prediction.